Okay guys, this video is going to be a double chapter review because I had last week's review recorded but not edited because I suddenly got hit by the cold. As you can see, I'm still recovering and I've got a sore neck because I haven't been sleeping right. But this ain't stopping me of doing these videos and ain't going to stop me doing the review. So this is the introduction for both videos. So let's crack down to it, to chapter 172. There will be a slight little intro, like eye-catch title card in between the reviews while I say now let's crack down to chapter 173's review, probably after this review, but bear with me on that. It all depends on how I feel on doing it. So let's crack down to it. Hit the intro. Double up. Okay, this chapter was really great. First off, we get introduction that they've landed in Hokkaido, and then it flashes back to pretty much the week before their trip, where Erina started to do her lectures on Hokkaido's dishes and what would be the best things to do and prepare on Hokkaido's foods and everything like that. So she got out the Aldini brothers and Nikumi to even partake in these lectures because they are against and opposed to Sentra as much as the next person. So they ended up going in part of the lectures there. But one of my favourite things in this chapter was we finally get to see Erina in a secretary type outfit. In this chapter, what I find really interesting, very attractive as well. She looked more attractive than she did normally in her school uniform. She looked 10 times more attractive in the shirt, tie, glasses, and hair tied up, and the black tights and high heels. She looked more attractive than she does normally, and my God, it is Erina Sama, the girl in this manga. My personal preference, anyway. So yeah, so we get to learn that, and we get to learn a little bit more about what's happening is everybody ends up going to the plane, and we see Rindo again saying how yummy some of the foods are and how this is a free vacation and stuff like that. And we get to see some of the other central members as well. Ashiki's going to protect his kohais as well. So everything's going in. Azami done a self-lesson teaching a class himself as well within this chapter, and again everybody on his side with the way he's been cooking and literally has turned, so he probably has some idea what's going to happen, but really I don't think he knows that Erina's going to now be fighting against him, but also at the same time I think he still has somewhat of an idea what's actually happened, because I still have a funny feeling there's still I feel like in the Polar Star Dome there is a spy. Don't quite quote me on this, but I feel like there's a spy in the Polar Star Dome. I don't know who it could be or which one it could be, who could be the spy that reports what's happening at the Polar Star Dome to Asami, but I feel like there is a spy. There's a sly dog that's pretending to always be happy-go-lucky as like the Polar Star Dome members are, but that's just a theory that I've just brought up. But it could be possible because at the same time we know Azami would always thinks of the next thing and always thinks that there's always something, and so far we know that he's planning to try and break them down, and we know that they he's trying to break the bond between the Polar Star Dome so they can get kicked out, but we don't know. Because at the same time, like I bring up the theory about there could be a spy, a double agent working as a Polar Star Dome member that really, and we don't know it, but that's just a whole theory that I just came up and is likely not even possible to even be there. But other than that, this chapter was amazing. We learned that there's 6 different challenges before the final exam, and they have to pass all these challenges as well across Hokkaido to head north, and they start south working their way upwards to the last exam, and they have to pass that last exam as well to become second years. Erin has now done a week's lectures to teach them what they need to do to get to the second year point. So I'm curious of what's going to be happening during this course of events. During now is the second year progression arc, as I'm going to be calling it. The elimination arc, is it? Or the second year progression arc, where they are progressing to work towards becoming second years. So that's the start of this arc at the same time. So yet again, this was a great chapter of the greatness that is Shokugeki no Soma. I really did enjoy it as much as probably Charles's anime world would do, but I really enjoyed it because it was a lot of information, really bowed down to this chapter as well, and it really gave us a little bit more about the foods, the dishes that's going to be included into this. Like their main ingredient will probably be potato, because that is always one of their top ingredients to have in a Hokkaido dish. In all the places would be probably Hokkaido, but I have a funny feeling that Azami's going to be actually changing it up, and it's not going to be Hokkaido cuisine. They probably are they're probably doing the exams in Hokkaido, but they're probably not going to be doing Hokkaido cuisines. Cuisines for this like it was every year. So he might have just decided, right, there might be a chance that Eren is teaching them that it's going to be Hokkaido's cuisines, and decide to go, right, we're going to change that, and decide to do something completely different. So it bumps them out of the way and pretty much put them under pressure. That's what I think is going to happen, and that's what I think is going to end up being the case. Yeah, but other than that, this is a great chapter. Yet again, like I said, it was a great chapter. I really enjoyed this chapter of Shokugeki no Soma. Hopefully you guys as well. Like always, comment down below what you liked and didn't like, and also comment below your theories of if there could be a double agent in the Polar Star dorm. Could there be somebody secretly reporting to Asami without everybody knowing, because he's actually acting like the Polar Star dorm members, and nobody could really tell that he was a double agent at the same time. But at the same time, it is not a likely theory, and could not possibly be due to the context of the story. It's just a theory at the moment and time, and most likely is one that can be debunked straight away in this video. Okay, so that's one review down. Let's crack on to 173. Okay, so chapter 173 of the greatness that is Shokugeki no Soma, chapter 173, was a great chapter yet again. I mean, first off, we learned that everybody has to be split up into teams of 5, squads as they're called, and that is where all the rebels are split up. You got Yukihira, Soma, Alice, Kurokiba, Yuki, and Megumi in one squad team, and then you got another squad that got another one of the rebels there. Erina was put with a group of girls. Instantly, that is definitely a sign of Azami's doing right there. We then get one of these new teachers that I don't remember seeing at Tutsuki before. That's probably one of the new teachers that Azami assigned for these exams, that will be the examiner for this cooking exam that they are doing. And I hate her already. And we have now, and at the same time, all these students that were once pretty much on the same side as Soma and the others, broken because they probably lost their clubs, and now are fighting and going by the will of Azami and Central. And they go, look, that's right. If you don't, they all mentioned it and said it to their face and saying it out loud. That's right. If you don't follow Headmaster Azami's will, you should be expelled from Tutsuki. His will is absolute. Everything that he shows us is absolute. Everything's absolute. All hell, Headmaster Azami! As you would go into that. So yeah, so Erina then goes, she has seen no problem here. She pretty much knows that they can get past this. She knows that they are willing to get past this. They know that she doesn't need to worry and everything, and that they can get on with it and they can pass as much as possible. Before all this, the salmon comes in. That is their dish they have to prepare, is something with salmon. Everybody else gets given great pieces of salmon, the best quality salmon that was frozen before fall ended for this exam. Soma's team got given the worst, the litter of the bunch. Hoche or OK salmon or something. It's Hocche, I think is that how it's spelled. Salmon, and that is not the best. It has less fat than any of the other salmons that are out there, and literally Soma then starts planning with Kurokiba Alice that they're going to try and get some other dishes. They're going to try and get some other ingredients that aren't there and try to get other servers, because they've got till sunset to prepare a dish. And how they ended this chapter was, the best dish is going to be served by us. They're overcome from it because they are Soma's back to being his confident self again, knowing that he wants to progress, he wants to go on to being a second year now, and that he is going to be making a dish along with them, making a dish that will be surpassing and will be passable. Because all the examiner said is, as long as you make a delicious dish and it gets a pass. As long as you make a delicious dish, it passes. So everybody else is making exactly how Azami showed them and everything. So they're going to be following it to a T to Azami's recipe. So there's that wall again. There's that wall. As during this course of arc, I will be bringing up the wall. And you know this wall. This wall represents the point of where Azami wants them to cook. This is the wall of his satisfaction. Soma and Jurichiro and probably Gian and others that hate Azami are past the wall of satisfaction because they have surpassed his limits and everything. So Soma's going to be showing that to this examiner as well. So I'm curious about what's going to be happening next chapter, because I'm very curious about where this is going to be going. But other than that, this has been a great chapter of Shokugeki no Soma. Again, there was a lot of interesting things going on with this chapter. That the fact that we learned that Azami's probably put all the rebels, the Polar Star Dawn members, in their own teams. We learned that he's putting Erina in a group of girls as a squad each time and everything. He knows what's going on. He probably knows what's happening. And I mentioned this before my old review, before I had to reshoot this. I feel like Erina's going to get to a point where Erina's going to get sick of always being in that group that she was put in, because she knows that's what her father's put her in. She's going to end up breaking off from there, and if they ain't going to go, Erina, where are you going? I'm joining with my friends. That's the squad I was meant to be with, not you. And then it makes everybody look shocked that Erina joins Soma's group. Then they really might change things up a bit, might be interesting at that as well if she ends up joining Soma's squad later down the line of the exams. But other than that, this has been my review of Shokugeki no Soma chapter 173. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did as well. Comment down below what you liked and didn't like about this review, or liked about this chapter, down in the comment sections below. And I'll see you next time. I've been your host, Kai from Kai's Otaku Corner, member of the 00 Club, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed this review of Shokugeki no Soma chapter 172 and chapter 173 of last week and this week's Shokugeki no Soma. And if you enjoyed that, you can hit the I to see the last 3 videos of Shokugeki no Soma I've posted by pressing the I, and you can also check out the playlist as well. That'll be in the cards. If you want to subscribe because you liked what you see, you can hit that subscribe button as well. And if you want to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, the links are down in the video description. And if you want to follow me on Anime Amino, just search me on Anime Amino app. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya.